I had one Division I offer my senior year.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Nah, yeah, I had one Division I offer still. Then we went on a run my senior year, a state championship run.
Right.
We was 27-0 going into the state championship game. So I had a little bit of, schools contacting me and stuff like that. But after that state championship game, Coach Cal was at that game. Yeah.
That's like going from 0 to 60 pretty quick.
After that, they gave me three, I think 3 or 4 stars. I don't know, but I wasn't too big of a fan of it because it was like I was unknown. So
right.
It was like just me come in there. You don't want to give me 3, 4 stars.
That's some good insight into how the whole thing works.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hogs out of there with it, and Thiero to the other end for a throwdown. Adou with both hands.
Adou Thiero has been lighting up the hardwood for Razorback basketball. But Thiero's rise has been anything but ordinary.
I had one Division I offer my senior year. Coach Cal was at that game. After that, he came to my house, gave me the offer for Kentucky.
Adou's connection with John Calipari runs deep. His father also played for Cal at Memphis, bringing his journey full circle.
Mine started when I went to the Kentucky camps as a kid. My dad always took me to the camps, and then I had fun there, and from there I was like, I'm gonna play for Coach Cal.
His freshman year at Kentucky was a challenge, but it taught him lessons that still fuel his growth.
Without that, I don't think I would have been able to realize what I needed to do, what I was capable of doing.
Now, thriving as a Razorback, Adou credits a summer transformation for his standout play this season.
That's what everyone thinks I'm capable of, and I'm gonna really show them who I really am. Built my confidence the whole summer, and that's why I'm playing the way I'm playing.
From overlooked to indispensable, Adou Thiero is making his mark for Razorback basketball and remains driven to prove his worth.
It's just a different mentality when you get on the court. It's just like dog eat dog. If you're not eating, then you dog food. So got to go out there, handle business, show everybody that I'm not dog food.
Steals Thiero to the other end with a left hand. How about that? Adou Thiero throws it down.
All right, how do you say your name? Let's get this straight.
Adou Thiero.
Okay, one more time.
Thiero.
Adou Thiero.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. I just want, I know there's a lot of different pronunciations, right? Tell me about that.
I heard just yesterday I got tagged in a video and that came out. It was like Thiero or something like that. I'm just like, damn. Like there's a whole TH in it.
I was watching one of the games this year and the announcers were talking about how they finally got your name right.
Mm-hmm.
And then after they said it wrong, like they always thought it was Thiero or whatever instead of Thiero.
That always.
Then they started saying it wrong again by accident because it was in their head. And that spelling kind of messes with people.
I don't know why. When I first got to a school over at Kentucky, there was like Thiero and stuff like that. I was like, nah, like my name's Thiero. I said it one time. I tried to have it changed and everything. I don't know what happened, but then the fans just took it and ran with it, and then everyone just started Thiero. I'm like, damn, like it sounds like y'all saying Thiero. That's not my name.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like we gotta get names right. We gotta get phones. You want mine too? We have 3.
We good. We good.
3 phones. I mean, you got 3. Yeah, they're just sliding out.
They leaked my number too, so I had to get
Well, who leaked your number?
I don't know. I just started getting phone calls from fans. Is this a dude Thiero? I'm like, what? How'd y'all get my number?
Yeah.
And then I just had to get a new one.
Do you get a lot of calls you don't recognize?
Not anymore. It stopped now, but I did back then.
What do you do when you get a phone number you don't recognize?
I was picking them up at first because I was just like, hey, someone's calling me. They gotta be calling me for a reason. But then it happened so much. I just put the phone on Do Not Disturb. So then I have my other number. And that's just family.
And they can leave, and somebody can leave a voicemail.
Yeah, I mean, you can leave a voicemail.
Well, you don't know, like professionally, somebody might be calling you. I don't know, like an agent or Mark, somebody that's like, hey man, how do I get a hold of your agent because I want you to do an NIL deal or whatever. So sometimes what I'm saying is that's why you might.
I might miss it.
Number.
Yeah, unless they text me and then I
Right.
go through the text and realize.
I think anybody really needing to get a hold of you
Yeah.
is going to leave a message if they really want to get a hold of you.
Yeah, I don't go through my voicemail.
You don't check your voicemail either.
Nah, it's.
What's
I'm
your
rarely-
phone? What's your phone look like? Like unread messages and how many voicemails do you have without listening to, like that you haven't listened to? Like this is just inside the
bad.
life
It's bad.
of a
I got
well-known
I got
basketball.
742 texts and 200 phone calls, or 200 voicemails.
unchecked,
Mm-hmm.
and 700 and whatever text unchecked.
Yeah.
So like just between me and you, if I want to get a hold of you, what would you prefer me to do? Talk to somebody else?
It depends on what. It's like, if you just want to get on the phone or something like that, I just don't have to wait, because by the time we done with our day and everything, like we're exhausted. It's like
Right.
I don't just got words just to use. So it's like, I don't know.
Tell me about that. I don't think one of the reasons we have this conversation is to help people understand. Like we all watch games and we see you run up and down the floor, but we don't understand what it's like to be you.
Right.
Unless we hear it from you. And so I call that perspective, right? So give me that perspective for like, what's it like to be a player on this team or just be you? What is, you kind of let me in on a little bit there about just, man, I'm exhausted. And I don't, when I put it all in all day and I need some me time.
Yeah. Well, we can just, today was, we've been doing everything early because the game's at 12 or 1:30 on Saturday. So, we was done at about 3 o'clock. I've been here since 10, and that's with an early practice. So usually with a longer practice or something, we're not usually leaving until like 7 or 8 if practice starts at 3. But we're still going to be here around, like me, I'm usually here around still 10, 11, 12. And then I'm going to be here throughout the whole day. So it's like when I get home, I'll talk to my parents a little bit, but then this phone right here, this phone is just off and this is gone. And my other phone, that's just the one I'll keep on me, and I'll play the game, watch TV a little bit. But then 11 o'clock hits, 10, 11, I'm in bed. I'm in bed, done, tired.
It sounds like you've learned to really value your sleep.
Oh yeah, I say as growing up, maturing a little bit. Yeah, I definitely did. My freshman and sophomore year, I wasn't the greatest at getting, good rest at night, but I definitely value it now.
I know you're still in college, but I'm just gonna say, like, learning to be a professional, is that part of it?
Definitely.
Like, tell me about that. Just how you manage your time or whatever.
It'll be like, even now I'll catch myself and be like, oh, I can't do it like that. Trying to get an extra 5 minutes of sleep or something like that. Like that all plays like a big part. And younger me, he wouldn't care. He's going back to sleep, be late for stuff like that. So it was just like I had to really narrow everything down and really prioritize on my stuff. What
have you noticed about how that's changed your game and just your overall as a person, which impacts the way that you play, the way you think, and all that stuff, right?
Really, it all really happened this summer. I say when the season ended last year, going into the transfer portal and trying to figure everything out, that's when I really realized like things got to change. Now it's just, I'm a man on a mission. So I just do everything I got to focus on the fact, like trying to be a pro, just everything, trying going about everything like professionally and everything. So just whether that's all the little things, waking up in the morning, eating breakfast. I never used to eat breakfast, but just waking up, getting a quick little snack, something healthy in my body before getting to the facility or something. So I've definitely been doing all the little things.
What kind of an impact has Coach Cal had in that area? And I want to ask it a little bit differently too. What were you thinking about him, like day one as a freshman, and what are you thinking about him now? Has it changed?
It definitely changed a lot. My freshman year, I was always in the mindset of don't do this wrong, just try and do everything right. And then when you think about it like that, that's how you get messed up with everything. You try and do what another person's doing, but you're not really supposed to be doing what they're doing. Like, that's how he coaches. Like, everybody's different. Everybody brings a different value to the team, and he does a great job of, pushing you to be your best at what you do. So then I just had to realize that, I just had to figure out what I was good at and just keep doing it and get better at it, keep improving.
How do you see yourself as a player now, and what areas do you feel like you've really grown?
I feel like I've always been able to finish at the rim, but with my size now, it's a lot easier than when you were 6 foot, 5'11". So just that alone, letting my athleticism come into play. I wasn't always this athletic.
Really?
Yeah, I think I started doing calf raises like my sophomore year, end of my sophomore year, and I got my first dunk sophomore year summer.
How tall were you then?
6 foot.
You're
probably
6'8" now?
Yeah.
Wow. You've grown a lot. So were you like really high rated recruit then, or did that really come after you kind of hit your growth spurt too?
Nah, even my senior year, I still wasn't. I had one Division I offer my senior year.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Nah, yeah, I had one Division I offer still. Then we went on a run my senior year, a state championship run.
Right.
We was 27-0 going into the state championship game. So I had a little bit of, schools contacting me and stuff like that. But after that state championship game, Coach Cal was at that game. After that, he came to my house, gave me the offer for Kentucky, and then that's when I went over there. And then,
dang,
yeah.
That's like going from 0 to 60 pretty quick.
After that, they gave me three, I think 3 or 4 stars. I don't know, but I wasn't too big of a fan of it because it was like I was unknown, so
right.
It was like just me coming in there. You don't want to give me 3, 4 stars.
That's some good insight into how the whole thing works,
right? Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you tell the kids that are like busting their butt, in high school, and they're not getting the recognition, and like you've experienced that? I
say, like, my whole life, my parents taught me, my dad taught me rankings don't matter. Well, they both did, really. They both were just telling me, because I always wanted to, go to big camps, be able to play against other, big players and stuff like that, see what I was made of. But they always told me, like, your time's coming. Like, when it comes, just be ready. But right now, we just going to keep our head down and keep working and stay under the radar. So you hit that growth spurt, and then confidence, and, man, everything started happening for you. Mm-hmm. All right? That must have been an interesting change, flip of the switch. And it was a lot, dealing with growing pains. Like literal growing pains? I got to school. When I got to school at Kentucky, we were getting ready to go to the Bahamas because that was our foreign trip for that year. I was on limited, what is that called? I had time management. Limited playing time? I had limited playing time, I guess, yeah. Because of the growing pains, like, it was at the point, like, it was bad. And, like, my knees was hurting, aching, everything. So Cal was just like, just get it stronger and keep building. He just wanted me to basically just get my body in shape first, and then just watching everything in practice, going through practice, getting better in practice. It was a hard freshman year. It was a hard freshman year, but without that, I don't think I would have been able to realize, what I needed to do, what I was capable of doing. That's hard, I would imagine, to like slow down so you can get better, because the opposite is what you think, right? Like, I got to go harder, I got to get stronger, but you had to let it breathe a little bit. Yeah. I can imagine you've learned a lot. By the way, I'd like to feel sorry for you about your growing pains, but as somebody who stopped at 5'6", I just really can't. So congratulations on going through the pain to be 6'8" and dominant around the rim.
where does this beast mentality and these dunks and this, like, you seem like a really good dude, but when I watch you play basketball, I'm like, he's a dog.
Yeah, people be telling me that, but I don't know. It's just a different mentality when you get on the court. It's just like dog eat dog. If you're not eating, then you dog food. So, got to go out there, handle business, show everybody that I'm not dog food. And it was a lot of fuel in the fireplace for me myself. Just hearing a lot.
Just non-believers, doubts, critics.
Yeah, a lot of those.
All that.
A lot of that, yeah. And then just thinking that you're just this type of player. And then, I don't know how to explain it, but people just expecting you to be just a certain type of player when you know that's not the type of player you are. Like, you had to play like that to help the team be better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's okay. I get it. Because you play a role and then somebody's like, well, that's just people. We all love to label things and label people and put people in boxes. And I mean, we're all guilty of it. But like when it's your craft and then it becomes a talking point for other people and those people might impact your future.
Yeah, I took that real personally.
That's got to be a lot to deal with.
It was a long summer. It was, yeah.
This past summer?
This past summer.
So tell me about that. Like what was your thought process and what did you do with that energy?
Put it all, man on a mission. Just, I don't know, I just felt like, so that's what everyone thinks I'm capable of, or I'm capable of doing. And I'm gonna really show them like who I really am. I had people from my city telling me and stuff like that, like, you really gotta show them who you are. Like, I've been trying to tell people for years, like, this is them telling me, tell people that, like, you're that player, like, you can go out there and do those things. And I just need you to have that confidence in yourself to go do it. And, just built my confidence the whole summer. And that's why I'm playing the way I'm playing.
So if we go back like 8-10 months, who are you now versus like how much further down the road do you think you are development as a person, as a player, than where you were like 6-8 months ago?
I think I matured a lot more. I took a lot of time to myself, just me and my family, really. Cutting off from social media, everything. So all that really helped, because that made me realize, like, at the end of the day, it's really just you and your loved ones that it comes down to. And like, that's what I had to realize. And I don't know, just building that confidence, like I said, it was just a lot of hard workouts, long nights.
It sounds like just your story, like the growth spurt and the development and all that. Like, I don't know if late bloomer is the right way to say it, but sometimes we
it's
just
funny
think,
you say that. That's actually like my merch.
Yeah.
Late bloomer.
Really?
That's definitely, yeah. Late bloomer is like basically me, I'd just say. Because started off, I'm still also young for my age group too, like with my class. So just me.
How old are you?
I'm still 20.
Okay.
So I don't turn 21
and
until May.
And you'd be like technically a junior?
Yeah.
Like third year of college?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't turn 21 until May. So it's like, got sophomores older than me, freshmen. Mm-hmm. Freshmen almost my age, so it's like, dang. But late bloomer, I was just a kid playing amongst men and finally growing into a man myself.
You seem like a deep thinker, somebody who has a conscience. I think about the shoes you wore. Tell me about the special shoes you wore for the UT San Antonio game. Ended up balling out that game.
Yeah, that was for my aunt and uncle. They had passed during the summer, during July and August. So it was like, back then I realized I wanted to do something for them, but I just didn't know what yet. Then I realized, I was like, why not get a little memorial of them on my shoes? So got that done. I think on the left one, it was them in a picture, my aunt and uncle in the picture with like hearts and everything on it. Then it had the date they passed on the shoelaces. And then on the other one was the Malian flag. That's where my parents are from, so it's my nationality. So it's so I just had that. Wanted to show a little bit about myself without being too loud.
Yeah. Your mom and dad immigrated here from Mali, Africa, right? But you've grown up here your whole life, started in Pennsylvania. And what right? Pennsylvania?
I was really born in Utah.
You were born in Utah?
Yeah.
You moved to Pennsylvania?
I moved there, yeah.
Pretty quickly?
Yeah.
What part of Pennsylvania? Like
Pittsburgh.
Okay, near Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And so what have they meant in your life? You've spoken of them already, but what have your parents meant to you? How have they impacted your journey?
A lot, They both came here to play basketball at young ages. They both left their families to come here around 16. In a whole nother country, just playing the sport you love. And, they passed that down to me. And then just hearing about all the stories, everything they went through. My mom, she could have made it to the WNBA, but she had her injuries. My dad, he had his injuries from when he got to college. So it was just like, dang, like they went through all that. Why can't it be me?
Didn't he play for Cal?
Mm-hmm. At Memphis, yeah.
Does that kind of blow your mind?
It does. Yeah, it does. It's crazy. It's hard to think about because it's like at the same time, it's really amazing. Because it's like there's 4 other dudes in the locker room who it's the same thing with them. So it's like at the same time you don't feel special, but when you look at the rest of college basketball, then you like, damn, like nobody else is doing this.
So DJ would be one.
DJ, Billy, me, Aiden, and then Carter's brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if there's a better testament to somebody's who they are, like character, that their kids would all like. Their parents had good enough experience. They send their kids there. I mean,
mine started when I went to the Kentucky camps as a kid. My dad always took me to the camps, and then I had fun there. And I was like, from there, I was like, I'm gonna play for Coach Cal, and then that's just how it's been.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What do you think of Arkansas?
Arkansas, I like it out here. It keeps me focused on what I need to do.
So you've already had your own flu game. Like you don't even, like Michael Jordan had his flu game, you had your flu game, and you did it. It was at the Garden, right?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. I had a fever. I woke up that day 101. We was doing everything. I was just walking around. I just was out of it the whole day. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, how am I gonna play? We get to shoot around. I'm like freezing and shoot around, just trying to go through everything. I get to the first drill. Cal's like, you know what? Just sit off. I need your energy for tonight. I said, all right. So I didn't go through shoot around. And then at the end of shoot around, he was like, I don't care. A dude's starting this game. It don't matter how long he plays. If he can only play the first 1 minute or the first 2 minutes, then that's what he's going to do. But he's starting this game. So I kind of just had to make my mind up right there. Like, oh, well, he just said I'm playing. So, and I'm starting. So I'm stepping on the court. I got to compete no matter what. So got to the game. I got tired in the first minute and like 30 seconds. And I was quick to, coach, I need one. And that's just how it was the whole game. I don't think I was able to stay in more than 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But yeah, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. I woke up the next day 102.7. I felt terrible. Last week was a hard week. Whew.
That's not. It's fun to talk about, but it ain't fun to like think about how it felt
at all.
Yeah,
because it was like,
man,
couldn't do anything. I had a headache the whole time. I'm switching between hot and cold. I don't know if I'm hot or cold. I'm sweating, but I'm freezing. It just didn't make sense. But
well, heck of a game, man. And then he went on SVP on SportsCenter and said that he just is begging you to give him 10 minutes, and then he made you play 20.
Every time I kept going to the bench, we need one more push out of here. You think you can go? Me in my head knowing damn well I couldn't go. I was like, yeah, I think I got a little bit more left in me. body ready to give out. So I just had to.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you don't have to live that one again.
Yeah, I get sick one time a year, and then it's bad, but then I'm done. It's been a couple since I got out here, but hopefully that all, that all stops.
Tell me what your goals and aspirations are for you. I know you got team goals and all that, but I just want to get to know you for now.
For me, my team, right now, it's just a team goal. We want to win the SEC championship, and then a natty. And then we're going to figure everything else out after that. But that's the 3 things I'm with right now.
Finish the sentence for me if you don't mind. I'll be successful if.
Talking about in life?
Well, let's talk about basketball. But you can answer. Actually, you know what? However you want to answer it. I'll be success. What is success to you? I'll be successful if.
I just want my family to be like straight. Like my kids.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called though. It was something generational wealth. Like generational wealth. Yep.
Okay, that's big.
I feel like
That's
I would be
big.
successful if
Yeah.
I can get that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just being the best person I can be, to others, to just anybody, on and off. Well, not on the court. On the court, that's a whole different thing. But off the court, just being the best person I can be off the court.
Coach Martin said, what's that?
He started that with me sophomore year. It was he does this little thing. Zzz. So yeah, I swear he like set me up with it too. It would be in the middle of practice or something. He'll ask me something, then I'll go to answer it. He'll zzz. So it just got to the point I just didn't say anything to him anymore. But he said he was gonna pass me the baton so I could do it to other people. So it's all good now.
Seems like you guys work really hard, but you have a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah. It's nobody wants to work hard without having fun. You gotta always you gotta enjoy it. Like we get to play the game we love every day. Definitely gotta enjoy it.
And lastly, what do you want Hog fans to know about this team? So they don't get to come down here like we do sometimes. See you practice, get out. They just see you play games, and they don't really know. But what would you tell them? What do you tell them you guys are trying to give them?
We're working. We trying to become the team that we're capable of being. We have a lot of great pieces, the right pieces, but at the same time we gotta also live up to it, I'd say. But we're working right now. We had a little bit of hiccups at the beginning, but we're getting through everything. We figuring it out.
So when your time here as a Razorback is over, whenever that is, how do you hope Razorback fans remember Adou Thiero?
Great team player. Always had energy, fun to watch. My favorite Hog. That's gonna be the one. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I wanna be more popular than Ronnie. We walk around, everyone's always like, Ronnie, this and that. So it's like, yeah, I want to get there.